Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Eye Readings, and today we're going to do a video checking into fitness and athleticism and just see what are the potentialities for our body, insight, advice, even maybe, if career options come up, what are the potentials? A lot of times I look at people's astrology, like mine included, and you see things that people are capable of that they don't realize that they are. For example, somebody who has Jupiter conjunct their moon could be just as likely to be uber fit and known for being just like stacked in the muscle department and to have phenomenal body build and athleticism, just as much as they could be known for being major overeaters, super relaxed, never wanting to do anything athletic. It depends on how you were to use that vast expansion of Jupiter energy on your moon. So I think it's always good to check into what are our energies, what are our potentialities so that we can be aware of them, maybe have some ideas that we didn't think about to mix into our fitness routine, our health aspirations, our athletic choices, whatever it is. And I thought this would be a really fun video to do. I know that in Aquarius season, people get a little bit experimental with things. And then in a couple months, we're going to have Aries season, spring, and people will want to jump off and get super athletic again. So let's just go ahead and get a heads up. All right, I'm going to pull Tiger's Iron. It's really good for this. So as red jasper, hematite, Tiger's Iron. Let's go with Aragonite. And we'll go with Garnet. This looks like ruby. It is like the most gorgeous garnet I've ever seen in my life. It's still in the matrix. That's what this stone is called. Not like the matrix, y'all, but the stone that grows in other stones called the matrix. Look, calm down. Someone said, "Ooh, I'm staying away from that one." It's all right, y'all. You don't have to bend over backwards. You put your shades on, or red pill, blue pill. Anyways, these are your options. Go ahead and choose one of them. Or, if you're drawn to more than one, go ahead and pick. And I will see you on your timestamp. All right, we're looking for athletic potentialities. Let's go ahead and get the Love Kiss Oracle. It is, love energies and a lot of kisses throughout the deck. But there's one for you. It's Valentine's time when I'm filming this, okay? Within a week. But hence the background. This is for all your self-love as well, for your body. Kiss those muscles. Anyways. But there's many other cards. This deck can read for everything. So let's go ahead and see. I've had really successful athletic readings. Let's see what's going on with you and your body. What are your athletic potentialities, okay? Fitness, information. What does your body, your spirit crew, your higher self want to let you know? Okay. Returned affection. Some of you were like, I would kiss my biceps right now. Your body said, I see you, boo. You looking cute. We looking fit. All right, we got this. We're going to get healthy. Okay. Rich stuff. And results reversed. So this group, you can't put the cart before the horse, okay? The horse can't sit and be like, man, I wonder if I'll become a millionaire if I pull this cart. I wonder how many apples I'm gonna get. How about them apples if I pull this cart? No, you gotta pull the cart first and see what happens. You gotta, get your muscles up and everything, get healthy. So you guys do have the potentiality to make money off of your health being better, whether it's straight up having an athletic or fitness career, or a career that's related to having really, really good health. Your personal health amplifies your financial energy directly. Now that does make sense even astrologically, because Aries really cares about fitness. That rules your ascendant and how you come off to people. And Taurus, our pockets, our pocketbooks, our personal finances, is also related to our self-esteem, second house, and to our physical body as well. So this says, yes, you guys have a big, big tie with your financial energy, your job opportunities, and your career opportunities lying in fitness. Now, if you skip past the minute and a half I talked at the beginning, 2 minutes, whatever, I mentioned that sometimes people don't realize their potentials, like in their astrology and their numerology and stuff, so they think, no, that's the opposite of what I am. But here's the thing, whatever is the opposite of us, it means we could do that too, for good or for bad, because that's how energies work, right? They're on both sides. We can always tap into our polar opposite zodiac sign to learn, or into the opposite or negative attributes or positive attributes of our sign. So if you're sitting here like, you don't understand me, I'm the opposite of healthy. I could never do an athletic. What is a workout? What is a fitness? I don't know what you're talking about. This is saying you could. We see it all the time, right? On Insta, you see it all the time. Somebody who's like, man, I just want to be healthy now. I'm bored. I'm tired of being unhealthy. And all of a sudden, they're like a fitness guru. People are just so drawn to them. And as soon as they switch to the other side and they go into their health and take care of themselves, their whole life changes. So you guys have that kind of energy. It's saying focus on the journey, not the result. This also says to invest in your physical body. So you guys, your body could respond to the rich stuff. If you get high quality ingredients, high quality health care, things of that nature. Invest in, gym memberships you'll actually use, things like that, or, whatever it is. I'm like seeing someone getting not like a membership pass, but like a forest, like a pass for having access to like a trail or a forest or something, and then you can go out and like run the trails or do whatever you want. So those kind of things are something that's really, really good to look into when it comes to your particular physical health. Okay. And here I love that we do have the message that your soul and your body, they got love for each other and they have belief in each other. So we can't let our minds and our current programming get in between the connection of body soul. All right, let's go ahead and get some tarot as well. Shout out to everyone who stays on longer than 5, 6, 7 minutes. Hey everyone. Okay, let's see. See, Ace of Pentacles. Now we do again have you spinning some quaint, but we have you having vast support for just like endless good health. Okay, make sure you can see that. Let's put these up further. All right, Ace of Pentacles means we can return back to zero, back to the Fool card, back to infinity. And jumpstart our ace again, our one again, and pick a new health journey. Okay, pick a new player. So you got to decide what you want to do with your health. Are you going to invest in it? 5 of Wands. Now, if you're looking for sports, this person particularly has racquetball and badminton. Actually, there's racquetball, tennis, and badminton on this card. So something like that. Something with a racket in a court. You could cause a racket. Those could be really, really good for you to get your health together. Again, it's so interesting. It keeps saying stop focusing on the result. You guys need to give yourself love more because this person's almost making the heart. You know how you do the heart above your head with your hands? I'll do a little bit. This person's almost doing it, but not quite. The reverse, because like, oh my God, but am I going to be perfect? Will I be wifey material? Okay, will I have, a billionaire spouse if I make the effort to stop eating this chip? It's like, that's a lot of pressure on this one chip. Okay, so start by going step by step. And we do again have we have a forest membership and a gym membership, and we literally have both of them right here. What? Hadn't even picked up this deck yet. Yeah, so I like it. I like your health journey. This also says you guys know that you're like mad competitive, right? Like you're super athletic. 5 of Wands is one of the cards I would be looking for. Like if you're like, am I athletic, or do I have to drive in me? Am I actually competitive? Yes. Maybe sometimes, maybe you know it and you're just like, yeah, some other sides can come out of me. Like I care too much, that's why I can't just play around with sports. I'll just ignore them unless I'm gonna be the best. That's the way Aries does things. Aries be like, I don't care about that. Yes, they do. They just don't know if they're gonna be number one. And if they're not gonna be number one, they allegedly don't care about it, right? Y'all do that. This is a Leo card actually too. You guys need to challenge yourself more. This could be also like wall ball, handball, different things like that. Get into it, whether you do it by yourself, whether you do it with an instructor or with team sports, 2-on-2, 1-on-1, whatever it is. Okay, really get into something there with the court and the racket. And that's going to help you find your drive. It's going to help you realize that you actually care. Maybe you actually like a little sweat, a little grind, even if you hate it, because the 5 of Wands, we can hate it, but we still want to interact with it. This reminds me of people who have squared energy in their chart. Maybe you have like Mars square your moon, or Mars square your sun or Venus or something, or your Mercury, so it's hard for you to get activated. But once you do, here's the thing, once you do, people that have a lot of squares in their chart and they learn how to use them, you see a lot of people who are highly successful have a lot of squares. So squares are like negative, frustrating aspects. So imagine if you have a car, but the tires are square, right? It's like, just feel grindy, trying to move forward. It's not harmonious. It's like a friction, but if you figure it out, is mad powerful. It's like the gears of the bike catch, and now you can propel yourself forward. So that's the kind of energy that you guys have to get yourself moving forward. So yes, there's going to be a first start. Oh, this is so fun. My hair flourished a little bit. My skin got a little better when I ate healthy for 3 days. But then you're going to hit the wall. You are. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to hit the wall. You're going to be like, I spent this money on good food. Now I don't want to eat it. I'm mad. I'm grumpy. Right? I'm having withdrawals from this caffeine. Y'all are going to get crunchy. Super crunchy. Super, okay? What are you going to do with all the okay? That's what y'all have to figure out, okay? Because it can have a place. And a good place for you guys is to release it through athleticism, through fitness routines. That's where you want to go back and forth, not in your relationships. That's where you want to argue. That's where you want to sweat and growl. Is out there working out for your health, getting into team sports, getting into challenging competitions. Again, some of you could definitely go into like professional or in community leagues and stuff like that. Some of you might just, again, do it with like an instructor, but I do see you guys investing highly in it. And I think once you do it, you're going to be like really happy about it, right? So don't wait until you're like, 82 and then you finally get into your competitive cycling or whatever. But if you're 82, do it, okay? But you see what I'm saying, okay? You're out here 20 years old. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Your body's really excited about it. Your mind will feel better if it gets out the way, and you will see results moving forward, okay? So I'm going to stop there, but that's what I see for this pile. I've been wanting to go long, but I look at the algorithm. Sometimes y'all are clicking off early, so let me just go ahead and skedaddle to the next pile. Bye. All right, here we are. Oh, I saw 11:44. Okay, we're going to go ahead for group 2, get some messages here about athleticism, fitness, whatever comes up. I'm trying to do it quick pick style. We'll see. What comes up? Might have some advice about if you are athletic, what are your potentials that you're not aware of, what are some styles to try, things of that nature, okay? Those who chose Aragonite, oh, here we go. All is well. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Because this is a card, too, that can symbolize the other side, like the spiritual world telling you everything's okay. So some of you are dramatic, for sure, in this pile. And you're like, no, because if I exercise too much, I'm going to die. I'm going to leave this world. And the spirit world say, you fine, okay? Hugs and kisses. Stay there in the physical world. You're not dead. Get off the track, okay? Stand up. Keep running. Keep doing your exercise. And y'all said, that's so mean. Look, I feel like some of you are Pisces, because Pisces, water signs, I don't know, Scorpio's asterisk. Some of you are crybabies like us Cancers and Pisces, but some of you are too intense. Okay, you're boot camp. You're P90, 3000, and I can't deal with y'all. But you're doing it right now as you're watching this video. But I meant doing exercise, like gym exercise. Anyways, Scorpio, stop. I've been around Scorpio, so I know what you're thinking right now. Anyways, we're digressing, and I think this pile, you digress a lot. See how tell me's backwards? You're like, hey, tell me what I need to do for my healthy me, but really don't tell me. Just humor me, and let's pretend that I'm doing a healthy thing right now. And so I'm like, okay, let's do that. But this says you need to deal with being mean to yourself in the healthy ways. It's actually kind of ironic because I think about this a lot. Like, we'll be mean to ourselves in ways that aren't helpful at all. But we won't be mean to ourselves in ways that make us be productive. So it's like we'll sit there, eat, 2 dozen cupcakes, and then beat ourselves up about that and recount them in our mind over and over. So I ate that one at 3 o'clock, then I ate this at 7 o'clock, and then I ate this one when I cried after the phone call. We'll sit there and do all this stuff that's really mean to ourselves. But we won't just like make ourselves do sit-ups because that's so mean. And this brings me back to the point of Pisces and Cancers being in this group, because we just want to cry if we just have to sweat too much and it doesn't make sense. Like, why do muscles hurt when you work out? Like, that's just a very mean concept. Who thought of that? Probably earth signs and fire signs. Why does that even happen in this realm? Existential crisis. Like, why is this earth the way that it is? This earth realm the way that it is? Why? Why does exercising hurt? So this group, you feel like you don't like things feeling too mean. You don't want to feel like you're being too hard on yourself. Now, this could be varying degrees. Some of you might be really good at exercising to a certain point, but this group, I feel like you have high stamina and endurance once you start working out, and you have the type of bodies that you need to continuously push them, and you might get tired of that. You might be like, well, I think I'm doing pretty good. I can run 5 miles a day. Why should I have to do more? But the energy in your body, what your body's trying to tell you is, I can do more than this. Let's go 7 miles a day, right? So you might be super peppy and a little braggy if you stay on that plateau. However, if you push the way your body wants, or in order to continue, let's say your weight loss journey or your muscle toning journey or whatever it is, increase your stamina and your strength, you're gonna sweat. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Things gonna be squeaking and growing and stretching in your body. You just So this group is saying, learn how to be so-called mean to yourself in healthy ways. Okay, put your mean mug on and just get the work done. Period. You also have to get over the fact that your fitness instructor, whoever, may not talk to you nicely. As far as being, this is saying oversensitive. We're oversensitive in this group. And you might say, oh, I want to be healthy and talk about it all the time. But if your friend says, friend, that's your fit donut. We just opened these 3 minutes ago. What you doing? I thought you were on a diet. We're going to go cry. Or we're going to get mad. And we're going to say, oh, they're such a bad person. They're mean to me. I thought you were my bestie. So this is saying, look, everything's good. All right, there's this so-called meanness. Okay, if we're being mean, your spirit crew, your loved ones, yourself wants to tell yourself, toughen up, okay? Toughen up, buttercup. You can do it. You can still look at your rainbows and sparkle, but we need to be stricter with ourselves, and we need to just grunt and get it done. Just grunt and get it done, okay? Let's put some more cards. The funny thing is, I think you guys are tough on other people. Like, you might be so sweet and cute, like, oh, hugs and kisses, but like, if you were to lead the class for like, Zumba or something, I don't know, like, you would be a little intense. Or if your spouse was the one who was supposed to be on the diet and they weren't, like, this is cancers. Exactly. Cancers will cry if they got to work out and they don't want you to tell them what to do. But let Cancer's spouse or their boo be acting up and eating what they're not supposed to. Cancer will smack it out their mouth. Pop, put that potato down. What did the doctor say? Are you trying to leave this world early to escape me? You know how cancers are. So it's like saying, if you were on the other side, you would understand. You would understand tough love. So you need to understand tough love when it's directed towards you. Now, you guys could even go into something where you do critique with health a little bit. So maybe you do become those get your life together fitness coaches, or those, the buck stops here with the health journey, or the tell it like it is doctors kind of thing in this pile. Let's see some more information. Of course, this could mean that you play, oh my gosh, we got it again. The 5 of Wands, this was in the last pile. This could also mean that you guys play some mean sports. And again, there is strong fire sign energy as well. A Magician. Clutching the pearls, and the pearls turn red, y'all. They turn blood red with the coral here. We have strong red. Red will be your guys' power color for working out and getting yourself to just, okay, I'm mad. Do something with all my madness. Okay, Scorpio. Y'all need to you just need to, okay, Gemini, Virgo, Leo, Aries, and Scorpio. These are the energies that you have when it comes to workout, fitness, athleticism, which means critiquing yourself. You see the Magician over here? They got their scales. They're measuring what they eat, what they don't eat. So you could do some healthy supplements, get your vitamins. They're like, yes, be aware of death. In this group, some of you might just need to tell yourself that hard, mean truth. Okay, do you want to die, or do you want to be healthy? Like, okay, do you want to do an exercise and live, or do you just want to sit here, pout, be baby, and die a few years early? So some of you are at that point where it's like, again, your loved ones, your higher self, your spirit crew is like, we're going to give you some tough love because we love you so much. We would rather see you on the planet for another 10 years living your best life. So get up. We're going to go play flag football. And I might tackle you because, you've been crying too much. It's just what it is, okay? Yes, but we have a lot of talk here too. So communication is the biggest thing for you guys. Learning to, I don't know, it's cycling back around to that. Learning to accept positive, that positive affirmations can come as tough talk sometimes. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. They're like, my spirit crew would never talk to me that way. But the thing is, I'm a Pisces, so I am very gentle and sparkly and flowy, right? And so I know when people are BSing themselves and deluding themselves and when they actually need to hear a tougher message, right? So you guys have that here with your spirit crew, okay? You got some, they're like, look, we're the guardians of death. We ain't trying to see you right now. All right. Also, with this group, don't believe everything the scale tells you, because scale doesn't measure everything that's going on in your body. I'm saying, don't freak out. Listen to it if it's like it's something where you're like, whoa, doctor said this is life or death. You know what I mean? It's like, keep an eye on it. You do need to hear information about your health. But it's like, don't have, I don't know, how do I say this? Instead of going into emotionality and being sensitive every time we hear feedback about our body, it's like, toughen up and get yourself together is the thing, okay? So it's like, if, let's say, a professional athlete gets feedback about their health and their weight and stuff, they're expected to, okay, make the adjustments you need and get back on track, period. Just do it. Versus like, go home, cry, eat a buffet of ice cream for 3 weeks, and then, be like, oh no, it lowered my self-esteem and this is why I can't hear tough news, right? It's like, no, time to have some self-responsibility and do this, okay? You guys could be nutrition. You could be in something with nutrition. You could be in something like a health, almost like pharmacist. You could be someone who works with supplements, who you might do something with like engineering certain products for the body, or doing some kind of herbal testing or something for the body as well. You guys are very, very sensitive to stimulants. I would be very, very careful with that. You guys might want to take a quick, someone in like this group, if you're doing diet pills and things, steroids, I'm just going to be real with y'all. They're like, you need to check like what you are really doing. This group is not, you're not having a fast track to things. The fastest track is literally sweating your butt off or on. Okay, hey, okay, that's the quickest thing. Again, it's mean talk. It's not what we want to hear, but it's what we need to do to get there quickly. Boom, quickly. Okay, I feel like if you guys get on this, you can have results by Aries season, and then even better come Gemini season and Leo and Virgo season. Like, you will see progress. Okay, because death card means you can completely transform your body. Like, you won't even look like, literally, people will look at your pictures, not even think you're the same person. All right, not even think you're the same person. You can see that with certain celebrities, even that didn't get, I know, as soon as I was going to say it, people are going to be like, plastic surgery. But no, you can see it where there's some people where they literally, they look younger when they're, 53 than they did when they were 19 years old, out of taking care of their health and like just actually starting to care about themselves and exercising and, getting some, sun vitamins and stuff. So that's how your guys' energy is. You have to balance your indoor and outdoor time as well. I do feel like this group, you do better if you have accountability and like an advisor. You also do better if you chart stuff. Again, you probably don't want to if you pick this group, because you don't like looking at the raw facts and information. You are the group that should chart things within balance, not to, again, have existential crisis and get emotional and cry and have a fit and be like, oh my gosh, I ate 2 more sugars than I was supposed to today, so let me go ahead and spiral, and now I get to, like, that's a diversion. That's a way of going back to self-sabotage, which is a habit and can be like an addiction, right? We're breaking that for this group. So we're using these facts and monitoring our behavior so that we can transition into what we actually want to do. So this is saying no longer should we crumble in this group and we can't hear feedback. Another example for those who are athletes is like, if coach can't tell you anything because you have a crying breakdown every time. See, number 24. If coach can't tell you anything because you're going to have a breakdown every time, well, how are you going to get better? Or whatever style you guys come up with, that is your language. At a certain point, we can't keep trying to control other people and say, only talk to me this way. Because if we were to a point where we're hypersensitive, anything's going to sound raw and mean, and we can't handle criticism. So for this group, your health and your athleticism and this major, stunning transformation that you can have only comes if you can start hearing feedback and coaching and instruction. All right, read the directions on your health products. Know what happens with different herbal supplements. For example, I've had people start taking turmeric or different herbs that are really healthy for you. But if you take them in the wrong doses or the wrong frequency, they can start having adverse effects or just not working right. So that kind of thing with this group, you want to check in with that. Yeah, but I do think team sports and direct coaching or instruction from a health practitioner who does know about chemistry, like body chemistry, maybe traditional medicine for some of you, something like that could be really good. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I feel like with these, this is like just a tiny little snapshot, I know, but can't go too long, y'all. If y'all want to see longer ones and for me to really get into it, then watch the video longer because I can see it on the algorithms, okay? All right, I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. Group Garnet. Here we are. Let's look at fitness and athleticism. I feel like I could do an hour-long video for each group, and I probably totally would if I thought everyone would sit there for that long. But I'm not sure how serious people are about their health game right now, so let's just go ahead and dive in and see what's popping, what's happening. Any potentialities that we don't want to overlook, we want to make sure to be aware of them. Any sports, health, just anything like that. All right, for those who chose Garnet. All right, we have realign in a backwards position, bewitched in a backwards position, and muse in a backwards position. All right, this group, we do kind of have this message, and maybe this is the second group, but y'all, I know we can really do phenomenal things with manifesting and magic. We definitely need to be aligned with that part of ourselves, affirmation, creating spiritual power and things like that in order to reach our greatness and the best health. However, we cannot rely on those. We can't just light a health candle and be like, oh my God, I'm about to be so healthy. And this probably do stuff like that sometimes, okay? I'm just going to manifest the way that I just went and had the most toxic party binge ever. Woo, feel great. Let me, spread some cleanser in my house. I'll spray myself too. All right, so this is saying, no, that's not the way to find alignment with your body, soul, energy, okay? You don't want to kind of be ensnared in that kind of thinking. We want soul to be strong, mind and body to be strong. Also with this group, I feel like you guys really want to be like an enchanter. You want to be like charismatic, enigmatic. Nobody can turn away from you. Very powerful. It reminds me of like Libras. Like Libras want to have like the power of like just being so attractive to people that they can get away with anything in life. And they tend to like people who can do that. Maybe excuse people of certain behaviors that can do that. This energy is kind of interfering with your health game though, because it's saying if you don't feel like that's where you're going to land, you might not even try in your health, right? It could also interfere with your game, because let's say if you're just being too pretty and like, okay, play some ball. It's not just about the fit you walking into the stadium with, okay? Can we see a little action on the court? Come on now. You pretty, but you about to sit on the bench, okay? I know some of y'all, come on now. You pretty, but the form is off, okay? Back to the drawing board. So realign with this group. You could have got a little distracted. Some of you also, you have more than one interest. So you could be over here in arts and over here with school and over here with just so many things that get you excited. Definitely romance, even just spiritual pursuits. It can make you dissociate from being present in your physical body, having enough activity, and really focusing on your fitness. So that is something that you want to ground, okay? Because it's kind of pulling you back versus enhancing. Now, if you are to be aligned and have your aura be at its most charming and be in your energy where you are utilizing your gifts so strongly that they become an inspiration, so you're like a muse to others, with your health in check, that is when you're going to be reaching greatness for your personal body and your personal talents. And that's what you want to do. We don't want to neglect actually. It's kind of like almost if we stay in our Pisces energy too much, but we ignore our Virgo energy. Virgo helps Pisces and Virgo need each other. They're part of the same axis. They care about the same things, but they express them in opposite ways. So Virgo is going to be like, okay, we have great talent, but Pisces, but you need to be going to practice every day. You need to work out every day. You need to eat well and take care of yourself all the time, right? It should be a full-fledged pattern that you have, okay? And then Pisces helps us bring in the soul energy, go with the flow, find our own unique destiny, our own flow. What should our own pattern be for our unique balance? And breathe our talents and our gifts into the skill set that Virgo will help us hone. So you guys have to work on that kind of axis. You might want to check that in your astrology, what's going on, because sixth house can show how we work out and our health, things like that, and then balance that with the Pisces health. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more cards here. You guys definitely could be good at yoga. You guys could be good at sound healing. You really respond to sound healing for your physical bodies. Definitely could have major results with yoga and anything that's kind of mind, body, soul, chi centering, energetic centering, mind and spirit in conjunction with the body, and finding power balance with the mind, body, soul, any type of more fluid movements. You guys could be swimmers in this group or get good response from swimming. Definitely martial arts, but in the way where it's not just about kicking someone's butt, but this the spiritual sides of there's tons of martial arts, right? Of martial arts that can really be what helps you get into a better physical journey, like Tai Chi or something like that. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords. Not y'all trying to get in bed in the fitness reading. Scene 3131, which is 4-4 rest, 4 swords. Y'all say, he made this real nice, but I'm tired. My brain hurts just thinking about this. This is kind of like the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. I got to think about this. My muscles hurt. I need a nap right now. So some of you just laying in bed with ice cream. But this is saying it's time to, healing. Okay, and some of you could also have healing that you need to do. So maybe you're planning right now. Definitely, there could be convalescence that you will be doing. Some of you could also, there's definitely with this group where it's saying pay attention to modified exercises. All right, here we have a siren, a mermaid, and then we have a human. So their legs are different. And here, there's people seated in different positions, laying in different positions. So it's really bringing me to that. Here it says it's good to want to be part of the constellation. Go with group mentality with Aquarius, but it's reversed. In order to shine, don't think that you have to push your body into a mold that it doesn't fit or that doesn't fit it, okay? So for this group, I think that's why that makes so much sense, actually, why they're suggesting more fluid exercise and sports even. Because when we, let's say if we just like a fitness person on YouTube, and so we're trying to match their body, their styling, everything. But maybe that's not the way your body moves, and maybe that's not even how you want to use your body, right? You might want to use your body in a completely different way. So if you're somebody who is following a bodybuilder because you're very impressed with them and you're like, wow, I need to do this, this, and that, but you want to be a dancer, you could run into problems with your body, right? Basketball players and baseball players do not have the same kind of workouts at all. As a matter of fact, with Michael Jordan, he had to adjust because he had to go from a basketball body to a baseball body and then back again. So those can bring up completely different things. So this group, they're saying it's better for you to do something where you move how you want to move, you utilize your body in the way that will help you get the form that you want, right? If you want a dancer's body, or you want to be able to move with grace like a dancer, then do some kind of physical activity that takes you through dance or movements that are similar. If you're somebody who wants to have a lot of strength for pulling and lifting and tugging, we'll do those type of activities and workouts and those type of sports, and you will have usable muscle. It'll make sense versus pushing yourself into a mold that doesn't fit, okay? This could even be if you're in team sports, but the way that the team works out is different than how your body works, okay? Definitely it highlights astrology as well. You guys are very, very, very spiritual. we can always see everybody's money, everybody's home, everybody's vehicle energy, their learning abilities do not work the same. It's weird because society pushes us all under the same hierophant, the same teacher, and makes us try to do everything the same. However, if we could quickly spotlight how our particular energy in each area of life works, we would excel more quickly, right? So this group is saying you won't be as exhausted and feel as disenchanted and dissociative. This group, you might hate to hear about sports and athleticism and be like, why am I on this? Like, I don't like it. We have the siren is the devil card. So you might feel like, look, I think everybody that is, very healthier in sports is just on something. I think it's a waste of time. I don't understand why people care about it. Some of you might have very, very negative opinions about things like really like health as a lifestyle or being very into sports or something. And so this is saying like, no, that's not always the case at all. Now, some of you have had different things with substances that you need to stop. There definitely is addiction here for some of you. Some of you, it could even be because like you're an artist or a musician or whatever. The people that are in music and arts can be like work out 24/7. When they're not on stage, they're being trained somewhere, right? Especially if they're on like a record label that's big. So a lot of times, different stimulants, things, drugs are passed around to make people heal quicker. This can also be if you're having things that are meant to quickly enhance healing so you can get back to whatever it is that you do. This is saying to break away from that, okay? So you might want to get a second opinion. You might want to make sure that you are being prioritized versus whoever is just benefiting from your talent, okay? I know I have very talented artists and athletes and stuff who tune in, so you want to check in with that because sometimes people aren't seeing you and you have to make sure you're the one who is always seeing you and doing what's best for your body and your health. Some of you could also even have like parents, or maybe you have a scholarship, so you feel like I can't fail. I have to do whatever it takes in order to be my healthiest, in order to make this Olympic tryout, whatever it is. So this is saying all risks aren't worth it. Please make sure that you are healthy and do not take risks. I feel like with this group, there's definitely the energy of something just fell over too randomly. There's definitely the energy of getting caught or getting caught up if you do try any, recreational or untested or just shady, sketchy substances, okay? We do have swimming again. Some of you might do wild swimming, so safety first. I do see wild swimming. There could be some cross country for some of you. It's interesting because we go from like easing into activity and sports and stuff to then almost doing it in a wild way. This could be where you do launch into interpretive dance and you have outdoor exercising that you do. You're doing exercising in the park or in certain movements and like kind of flash mobs or something. You're going and doing wild swimming and surfing and really freeing yourself up. I think this group, you have a lot of soul energy. You have a lot of energy in your aura, swirls around, and you just need to find a way to, instead of worrying like, how come no one's recognizing my greatness, and getting stuck in like a vain, bitter war of like, well, I think I'm more attractive than them, or that kind of thing. You need to exude it because that exhausts you. It takes all your energy away. Could even cause injuries, things like that. When you get in tune with your energy, when you know your greatness and you seek to find your own unique ways to be in balance and to express it physically, that is when it starts finding where it's meant to go. And it starts becoming a very powerful thing without so many negative backlashes, okay? I'm going a bit long on these, but a couple more things here for those who are still tuning in. I do think here you can look at your astrology, but there does seem to be also some karmic things when it comes to your body. There could be karmic cycles, karmic spells, or you might feel like, yeah, my family has certain curses with health. If that resonates, you would know. A lot of people have things like that, right? Whether it's just, you might look at it as the DNA concern, like a health concern. Some of you, there might be something kind of weird that happens that tends to hit every generation, whatever it is. So in this case, it is saying, you have spiritual awareness now. Addressing those things would be really, really good. Okay, so you can use your spiritual side to help protect and break contracts and negative karmic cycles that have been interfering with your physical body. Another thing I'll say with this group, you could be very, very bewitching and enchanting, but watch out for people putting love spells and magic and stuff on you. Some of you don't want to look your best because you draw too much attention from others. Others are enchanted by you. So we started off talking about those who they want that, right? And that's their downfall. For the other side of the group, you guys want to be low-key and you get exhausted because you draw people who want to prey on your looks, your energy, your talents. And so maybe you didn't want to go out for the team, or you didn't want to do cheer or whatever it is, because you just get so overwhelmed with, stalkers and stands and haters and all this kind of stuff, okay? So that is something that I think doing a lot of soul-based physical activity helps strengthen your aura and your body so that your energy field is not as affected. You probably also want to do a lot of spiritual cleanses, okay? Stay with spiritual cleanses a lot, because this can be like, let's say when someone's a baller and then they have a bunch of people who want to go dig them and they're just throwing all kinds of magic at them, right? Like literally, it can be that kind of vibe. So you want to keep your energy cleansed, keep your health up. If you notice sometimes that there's like weird little spiritual things going on, seek your spiritual advisor, take care of it. And then physically staying healthy and active though, and taking care of it helps your aura stay strong. So we can be mad psychic, but if we let our physical degenerate, then our spiritual energy doesn't flow as well, right? It's kind of like if a wire burns out, how can the electricity properly flow? So by having good wiring, you can have better electricity, right? So we want to take care of our physical stuff and not just be a spiritual crown kind of floating around all disembodied. All right, y'all. That's what I'm seeing here for all the different insight. Let me see, career paths. Well, you definitely could work with people with injuries. You could train people who are on celebrity level. If you're trying to get into a career path, there definitely could be professionals in the arts and athletics in this group as performers, entertainers, that kind of thing. There's also models. There's definitely models here. One last thing too. I keep saying one last thing for this group because I feel like there's so much. I would not do testing for like drug testing. Well, watch out for drug testing, but also like trials. I wouldn't do trials for drugs for this group. That looks like it's something very dangerous. It's not something you should take risks with. You guys shouldn't take unnecessary health risks, experimental health risks in weird ways for this group, okay? Yeah, and that also goes into beauty things as well. With the siren here, I wouldn't just do any beauty procedure, that kind of thing, okay? Yeah, so check your stars. All right, that's what I see for this group. I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.